Hey guys, Nolen and Jason here with Plumbing Webmasters.
Howdy.
So today's topic is, what is your plumbing SEO company even doing? So even doing being derogatory.
Yeah.
So we had a guy that called in, we won't name anybody's name, it's just that he was saying something along the lines of, well, hey, good talking with you guys, but I'm going to just stick with my other people for 6 more months.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so what are they going to do? And really, I looked at the site and I was like, well, there's really nothing going on here at all. So I said, well, have you heard of backlinks? I said, well, yeah, I've heard of backlinks. So are they going to do backlinks?
You know, that new thing.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. So I guess the point is, and what I want to get at, and we'll talk about it during this a little bit, is that things have changed rapidly. It's 2024. AI has come into the play. Because of AI and AI-related content and changes to the internet, Google launched something called the Google Helpful Content Update.
Yeah, it's been rolling out in stages for like a year and a half now.
Last 5-6 years ago, we launched something now called DataPins in a separate company, and now have something called Field360.ai. And we have seen changes coming. And we've worked as a digital marketing agency seeing changes coming.
Yeah.
I would argue.
Seeing a train coming behind us and trying to outrun it.
Yeah. I mean, a big train, and instead of just sticking our head in the ground, in the sand. But most people today that are digital marketing agencies and in the industry are not sounding any alarm, nor have they spent millions to produce SaaS software and integrate things properly.
Right.
What the plumbers don't know, but what plumbers have sensed in the past, if they actually could find a good SEO, was wrong. That SEO company worked and did stuff, Yeah. Now, when they got something bad, they could tell because they didn't move or go anywhere.
Yeah, nothing happened.
I would like to propose that we're in the middle of a massive change, and it is indeed extremely difficult for your plumbing SEO company to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you can't send out positive digital signaling and signals of experience, expertise, authority, and trust, or EEAT, Google's favorite signals for your brand. That absolutely can be done. I'm telling you that your plumbing SEO company can't even do it.
They can't do it for you.
They can't do it for you.
Right.
And so now when you go to sell somebody and you're going to pick them up and use your plumbing SEO company, your digital marketing agency, if they are trying to white label stuff, we own these brands, we integrate them properly, but they're trying to cobble together stuff. You're having to pay too much in paid ads because your organic optimization is no good. You're having trouble getting into Pack 3 organic keywords. So what do they say they do, which would be like blogging, linking?
That's it. What else? I mean,
what else is there?
What else is there? Anything else they do is related to tracking and funneling. And as we've talked about it before, that stuff is after the marketing happens.
After the marketing, not before the marketing. And just to be clear, we're not saying that you need to be blogging and linking.
Yeah, we're saying the opposite.
We're saying that's done. It's pretty much dead. Yeah. So back in 2012, 2013, Google launched Penguin, Panda, all that. Do you remember all that?
Yeah, which I can never these days remember.
Penguin was the one that attacked people for doing links out of India or whatever. Okay.
And now, Panda was the content one.
Panda was the content. And so dialed 11 years forward, the algorithm got so good that Penguin was kind of integrated, and they could tell if you're sending in bad links and just disavow or not recognize them.
Right.
You might put up some citations one time, but you don't have to pay some chumps with a good phone sales routine a ton of money every month.
Right.
So the people that are charging $2,000, $1,000, $3,000, $10,000, it's over. So the only people left paying are the ones that think they're getting something, and these people calling you. And I will tell you, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is essentially a coaching call wrapped in a little bit of marketing, wrapped in psychology.
Right.
That is all they're getting.
Because, I mean, I had a call with a client the other day that said they had talked to somebody, and this person told them that they could get them to the top of the map if they would give them access to their Google business profile. And I said, oh, what are they going to do? And he said, well, I don't know.
I don't know.
And I said, well, I'm going to tell you something. There's nothing they can do.
Right.
I said, the only thing, if they get access to your business profile, they could make Google posts for you. DataPins already does that.
Right.
The only other thing I can think of is getting you reviews, which DataPins is already helping you with, and that probably means they're getting reviews, they're faking them, which is actually going to get you banned. Yep. So there's nothing that person can do.
So you can send signals through. We created DataPins for that.
Yeah.
We have Field 360 on your CRM Field Office software integrating some of those marketing features now. Nolen Walker here for DataPins. You may not know, but I own a software company, and we have a proprietary software called DataPins, DATAPINS. You can search it at datapins.com. This is not white labeled. I actually own this piece of software, and I made it for you. It was made for contractors. You can actually take pictures of jobs, up to 6, make a caption about the material, the brand, the situation, the repairs, and post that back to your individual pages on your website, just like that. It's super simple. Anyone could use it. It also texts and emails your clients direct links to your reviews, so it helps reputation and reviews, which helps conversion and map placement. The geo coordinate gets grabbed by DataPins, and Google can tell where you are. So instead of them just seeing reviews, they see all jobs or even estimates that you do. This vastly outperforms just getting reviews. Helps the map show up, helps organic keywords. And remember, those captions that you're putting in there help expand the keywords per page, and it's great regular content. I love it. We made it just for you. It is organic optimization on steroids for both your website, your rankings, and the map placement. Check out DataPins. I think you'll be happy you did. I want to be real straightforward with people because we are in the transition right now. I just talked to a guy that was referred to us out of Pennsylvania. A really good client referred. In this case, I think it was HVAC. So good referral on it. The guy that we have as the client already has a massive website up. And that stuff is still working today. But we're in the middle of a change to where if someone integrates and is newer coming on, I'm not so sure that by the time several years rolls around that we're not fully over to just a pinning type sequence only anyway. Yeah. So the pin will allow Google to see, hey, we pinned a job, we data pinned a job here. We worked on a front yard line leak or a camera line scope or an ice maker shutoff valve or a type of sump pump or whatever it was, or a Navy and tankless water heater, and you pin it and say we did it, and then they see it and read it.
Yeah, here's a picture of it. Here's the location.
Here's what we did. Yeah, and that'll go up to your Google account and help the map show up. It'll go up to your website. So we believe you can pin and do that, and we have evidence of that occurring right now, and it's been working and occurring.
Yeah. Like
that. And then
we've been testing how effective it is for close to a year on this particular approach we're talking about.
It has driven down the cost of services and increased those services to the client.
Right.
Better signaling, better unique content that is harnessing the uniqueness already inherent within your job, which would be like, hey, we did a job here. Here's a unique photo. You may not know it, but unique photos count as unique content. And here's our technical version or description of what happened on the job. We're going to post that to Google and my website. We're going to text the client, email the client for reviews. That's all great potential content that could come back, as opposed to 3 reasons to check your plumbing before Christmas or the holidays.
Or before the first freeze or whatever. Yeah.
Or whatever. And by the way, here's some links out of Lucknow, India. So that is what you're getting currently.
Yeah.
And actually, it'll end up killing your SEO.
Yeah. I'd like to make the point that because somebody's going to watch this and they're going to talk to an SEO guy, and that SEO guy is going to say, well, those guys don't know what to talk about. Links are still great. Because that's one of the big hang-ups in SEO is links. Links are still good, but only good links. Yeah. And there is no way for us or anybody else to buy you good links. Good links cannot be bought.
Citations and stuff,
Yeah.
maybe, but if you count a few of the citations, but that's not
but
the
really
same thing.
quality links are when someone has seen your website, liked some part of it, and linked to you organically, meaning they've discovered you and linked to you without being paid to do so. And it's just because they think you have something good on there other people
Yeah, they
should
might have.
see.
They might have a supplier that linked to them, a good
Yeah.
link. They might have a Chamber of Commerce, good link. But
Or a local business that you did work for that puts up something on their page. Hey, we're so happy with our new whatever. These guys did it for us. They're awesome. That's a great link. But that's not a link that somebody went on to a service and said, hey, give me 100 links to this website.
yeah, let me pay some guy $2,500 a month, and he's going to do linking and content. The content thing is over.
Yeah,
Run
it's-
when somebody says I'm going to make AI content, because that jackass will just churn out
Even
content.
handwritten content, if they're going to churn it out, it's going to be just as bad.
Well, it's just it is just as bad. It's just they're going to do 20 times more on AI.
Yeah.
And the reason the content's bad is because it creates a poor user experience. Like, nobody wants to go into your website and see 400 blogs you wrote or 40. And so when they go on there, they only need like service pages, city pages, or pins, and like, hey, here's my Google account, here's my reviews, here's a little bit about the company, and here's where we're doing jobs. Yeah. Signals of EEAT like DataPins does, that's fine. But blog and CRUD, and that's just trash. And so there's very little to almost none in 2024 that you can pay the digital marketing agency to do for the organic side of things that is going to actually get you up in rankings.
Right.
The stuff that they do much of the time will actually get you penalized.
Yeah. Penalized or ignored. If Google's being nice that day.
Penalized or ignored, and they might not ignore you if some other good people come up above you, right, or around you. They'll go, okay, look, it was fine that ABC Plumbing had 480 nonsense pages, but this new guy with 5 clean pages that's doing pins, he's a better user experience.
So we're going to put him
above. We're going to put him above. And you're like, I've gone, what is happening? I've done all this work. It's like, you're a poor user experience in your market.
Right. And you might be on top today, and you might look at the, as you said, 480-page website you've got and say, well, I've got the number one spot. You've got it today. As soon as someone else does a better job, and that doesn't mean putting up more pages or whatever. Yeah. That means, as you say, a better user experience, giving people the information they need to make a choice pretty quickly.
But some information, so it sounds contradictory. You can't do nothing. If you put up a simple website and get no reviews and no pins, the pins just have lots of points of digital branded signaling and EEAT that is hard to falsify.
Yeah.
So they like that content, but if you just put up something simple and get reviews and there's not any signaling going on, you're also not going to do well. It's a Goldilocks zone of stuff. Just saying the old school stuff that could validate the existence of a digital marketing agency for somebody was mainly like crap tons of content and inbound links.
Yeah.
And those days are kind of over at this point.
If they're not completely over, they're almost over.
Yeah.
And it's like, we've talked about the Goldilocks thing before, actually. We've used that analogy in a podcast before. And it's still like that, but the Goldilocks zone is getting smaller.
Yeah, there's just less. There's less quality signaling that you could do for somebody, and I still don't have a problem with like I said, we'll have some larger sites that we have that return fabulously, that work great, but we're more often than not nowadays. We have one that just went in today, a 333-page website. At least that's how many pages were cached by Google.
Yeah,
and we're removing all but 34 pages, so 299 pages removed. And the pages get removed, just so this is the flip side of understanding this. The reason the pages are removed is because 299 of them never got any site traffic whatsoever.
Yeah. They're sitting here on analytics with zero ever anything.
So if somebody goes to that website right now, and by the way, just to be clear, this guy's site traffic had tanked horribly.
Yeah.
Horribly. And in fact, I'll talk about it without mentioning anything about it, but he had done so well in the marketplace, he's moving to other markets. So you go to this location, that location, he's no longer local. Add this page, add that page. And the web people that were helping him were saying, yeah, come on. He had a reduction in business to the tune of 70% loss in the metro area there was. So he had a 70% loss, umpteen trucks down. I don't want to mention anybody, but umpteen trucks down. And then started to expand because it was so successful. As he expanded and entered not only a non-local area, which is what Google's trying to do, show local people, local plumbers, local HVAC. Then on top of that was entering tons of content. The content now, nonsense and creating a poor user experience. So the site has to come back down so that the poor user experience crud content is gone. Refocus on what it is and then start sending out proper digital signaling.
Yeah. Google has to see that all the garbage has been removed, that localization has been reestablished. Then they will reevaluate him and give him the opportunity.
We'll take out 299 pages. We'll redirect them. They'll fall off the cache. We'll re-solidify in the primary metro area. He'll regain, get recredited for being around a while, experience, expertise, authority, and trust. The signals will begin to come in, and then all that will be fixed through that structure. And now content will be added regularly to this website. This is key.
Yeah.
Content. So this particular site, it's not like one page site, it's 33-page site now. I actually added a few HVAC pages, but content will regularly be added through pins, not trash AI blogging. And if somebody reads a pin, they go, oh, it looks like my tankless water heater. I'm down the street from this guy.
Yeah.
They must be able to work on that. So that's quality content as opposed to just, 3 reasons for this or 10 reasons
quality
for that.
Content, quality and helpful content both, does not mean well written, does not mean erudite or wordy or or whatever. It doesn't mean fancy. It means relevant.
Yeah.
It means that it's relevant to what's going on. And when people are getting on there and looking for a plumber, they don't need to read an article about top 10 reasons you should check your pipes or whatever. They need to find out which plumber handles the problem they have locally. Yeah. And that's what Google's looking for. That's what the customer's finally looking for.
Almost every week, we take a site that's 300, 400, or 500 pages, and we rip almost all the pages out because they're literally not ever viewed. And I think the statistic was 96.55% of pages ever written for content on Google are never looked at one singular time. Yeah. And when I tell you that we're in the middle of a change that's going to wreck traditional digital marketing agencies, I'm telling you that that statistic is real, and they want good sites. And when people begin to put good sites out, a little bit of content, not much, and if it grows, it signals to EEAT with things like a DataPin, then you're going to get good signals out to Google and a better user experience. They're going to latch onto that and move those people up in search ranking over these old spammy, trashed out websites that were just up because either the plumber lashed somebody to put up more content, or somebody put up more content and slammed in more phony links in order to justify the existence of the agency.
Right.
And then called and snowed you over this routine. And then what did you have to do? You had to pay for leads, pay for advertising because your organic's no good.
Yeah.
And you're like, I just don't know why I can't get up in rankings. Nolen Walker here with Plumbing Webmasters. I'd like for you to consider becoming a client. We have a lot of great people that work here at the company. We help hundreds of clients. We've done this for 12 years now. We help clients dominate online. We're a digital marketing agency. I honestly don't think there's anyone better than us at this point in time. We'll help you with your design, your code, your content. We'll help you rank on Google Maps. We'll help you reputation reviews organically. We even have proprietary software that I own in a different company called DataPins, DATAPINS. DataPins allows you to post pictures of jobs with captions and geo coordinates right onto the website. It'll take 90 seconds. A 12-year-old could use it, but you'll be able to post daily and get daily activity, great content. It even posts it back to your Google account. It even texts and emails the client. So one simple thing where you pick a couple of photos you took, wrote a caption, put in the client's cell phone number and hit pin, and boom. And then that is in addition to all the other things that we do for you for SEO. We can also help with paid ads and other things too. But man, we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call. You can check us out at plumbingwebmasters.com. I have a guy that's in plumbing that I've been trying to get in touch with who had only been in business like a year and a half. I went to index the site. It was 500 and something pages. He's only been in business like 14 months or something. I thought he'd been in business forever because of the size of the website. Temporarily, he got a lot of business and it fell off. But somebody with a site that big, and you're telling them what's going to happen to it. Hey, we're going to take this site and go down.
We're going to gut it. Yeah.
We're going to gut it down to 20, 30, 40 pages or 1 page, 2 pages, whatever we needed to be done to it. And then we're going to start sending proper digital signaling to Google. We're going to come clean, get off this spam train that you're on. And I hadn't talked to him again yet.
Yeah.
It's hard.
They're reluctant.
They're reluctant. The spammer is reluctant to leave the baby there. I can explain it to somebody. I just got off the phone with a father and son talking about it. That's the guy that went to the Metallica concert I was talking about. Anyway, I was talking to him and Junior. And Junior said, well, I get the signaling. I said, okay, imagine a water heater page. And there's another 100 water heater pages from plumbers in your market, and one of them's raised their hand 100 times with digital signaling saying, we were right here.
We installed a water heater on this date at this spot.
Here's a few pictures of it. Here's what we did there.
Yeah.
Please recognize that we did something. We sent out 100 review requests on text and email through DataPins, but only 3 people, or whatever, 5 people left a review.
If you're doing well, 10 people.
10 people. Whatever it is. But it's like, and you're like, the other 100 people, if maybe had a page up, never changed it one time. No validation of work, no GPS, no extra content, nothing to help the user experience, nothing to embellish keywords that might have been typed into the search engine, nothing. That is the signaling that comes through. And that's a good user experience. That's the one that they prefer, that everybody would prefer to see.
Yeah.
Well, but most people just have a simple website, trash blogging forever, a few reviews, wonder why it doesn't work, and then they start looking into paying for leads, Guys, I hope this helped you understand. Please like and subscribe so that Jason and I can continue to talk about this incredibly niche stuff that's very relevant to you guys.
Tell both of you that watch. We do a little better than 2.
We get a couple of 100 people, maybe, review it. But who views this? It's extremely relevant to your business. And a lot of times when people call, by the way, the guy that had 333 pages was already ready to come down to the 33 pages.
Yeah, because we've talked about it before.
And it's very frustrating sometimes talking to people because all they, you're a product of all this propaganda and stuff that you've heard.
Yeah, more content. More
blogs.
Blogging every week.
Yeah, this guy lied to you. You shouldn't have gone into 5 markets. And so they understand it when they call. It's like Google shows local people, local businesses that have done good local signaling for EEAT. Not real complicated, but really hard to get done.
Yeah. Well, it's not complicated, but when most people aren't telling them that, most people are telling them what they want to hear.
And what they can sell them.
Right.
So they don't have software. They didn't spend millions of dollars to create the perfect thing to go into it, to lower the cost, to increase the quality of the service, and to give the signaling that Google wants to read. People just don't have that kind of stuff. So it's hard to find. But what did I say? 20,000. Maybe there's 20,000 agencies.
Yeah.
19,950 of them are shit. Really bad. They are.
I'm glad they don't know our address.
I don't really care. They know they're bad. It's very few are good, and then they won't have tools like DataPins or Field 360. So it's tough for somebody to find what they're looking at. Hard, man.
Yeah.
I used to think this was going to go down faster. But the public won't find out about it because there's so much money going into selling the service and people out there pushing stuff. There's so many people that have just bought like the Ty Lopez social media program.
Yeah.
And they're hammering them on Instagram. And they're like, some dude's like sitting there staring at the camera, running, jogging, And
if you want to show up, you got to do this.
You got to crush.
I was about to say, you got to crush it.
Some dude's talking to them. They're like,
wow, he's really energetic. That sounds good.
Seems convincing. It's only $5,000 a month for an 8-month commitment and $17,000 down. I'm not joking, man.
I know, man. You're making me cry.
But that's what ends up happening. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we're month to month. So, yeah, there you go.
Month to month, no contract.
Very, very little to get started. So anyway, guys, call, and when you're ready, we'd love to help you. We'd love to be a service. I think you'd be shocked what you can do online.
Take it easy.